Okay, we're recording, I think. Let me check. Today we're doing color correcting. This is a tutorial. Color correcting is actually really easy if you know what you're doing, but the problem is most people don't because they see color and they get scared. It's basically you're just neutralizing whatever color you see on your face that you don't like. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So like if you have greenish, you want to counteract that with the colors opposite on the color wheel. So that's red or anything along the lines of that. It doesn't have to be green to red. It can be like green to like orange. You don't have to go buy the book. You can work with what you got. The places I'd correct, if ever, are the blue greenish around where I have facial hair because yes, I am man. And I get a lot of redness around my forehead area under my brow. Like those are the two main areas. But then sometimes if I'm feeling really extra, I'll go in and correct I have like a bunch of veins here. I don't know, old age. So that I would go in with purple because it brightens the skin. I see a lot of people doing they like to blanket their face in opposite colors. So instead of correcting, you're just masking, color masking, which, I mean, it works for the camera, but it's just so much waste of product. It doesn't show through anyways. So I don't see the point in doing it. I know people use lipsticks sometimes for under eye. The color does work, but I feel like the texture is it'll crease pretty easily because lipstick's not designed to go under your eye. But if you have nothing else, that works. Okay, sometimes if you really need to cover up a huge area of color, you can go in straight with the color of your choice and then wait for that to set and go on top with concealer or foundation. But for me, because mine isn't that bad, yeah, I don't have that much to correct. I can just mix the color in with the concealer and it'll neutralize on the skin, which I think suits most people more than to apply the color and then a concealer because most of us don't really have terrible pigmentation. The product that I use is this like Sephora one. It was cheap, it works, the formula's good, creamy. That's it. Yeah, it's got all the colors you need for someone of my skin tone. You might need a few deeper oranges if you had deeper skin because that's how it works. So what I'll do is I'll put them out, like the colors that I need on a little plate and then use my concealer and just mix it in as I go because it's just less of a mess. I could do it on my hand, but that's 3 colors plus a concealer. No, I have to draw a line somewhere. Yeah. Also, I did my brows off camera because I don't like doing them on camera. I never understood when YouTubers said they don't do brows on camera, but now I get it. It's terrible. To start with, I'm gonna correct the green bluishness. And for that, I use a peach tone, like an orange. If you were darker skinned, you could use a true orange because it needs to show up. But for me, like if I did that, I'd look a bit crazy. So I've mixed a bit of the concealer in with the orange here, and I can just start tapping it onto my face. I think I'll do half the face so you can see what I'm talking about. And I use my fingers to blend concealer. If I'm doing a light coverage, it just looks more natural to me. And that's it. That's all I need for correcting the beard area. But then again, I don't have a lot of facial hair. If you do, you just up the ratio of color to concealer. That way it, yeah, pigment, whatever. And now I'll go in and correct the redness, which I have a lot more of. For that, you use green because green's the opposite of red on the color wheel. Okay. Now it looks a bit crazy at first, but once you blend it into the areas that actually have redness, it looks fine. The problem with color correcting is after you correct it, your skin tends to look blank because you've removed any sort of pigmentation. So for me, I like to go in with slight color correct, but leave a bit of the original discoloration or pigment just because it looks more natural. Unless you're going for like a full face, full coverage, contour, or highlight. Then yeah, like clean slate, like remove every color. I get a bit of redness around here from my glasses, so I'll go in and correct that a little. yeah, that's the redness around my nose gone. I do have a little bit, not a lot, so it is easier for me to correct, but this theory you can apply to any type of skin, like it translates. My little stress mark, that's the most fun part to cover up because I love it. So I go a bit heavier on this area and just under as well, just because I have a bit of redness there. And yeah, if you have like pimples or whatever, you can go over the general area. If you do have a huge pimple, you can go in on the spot and intensify it, but usually a general patting will work. You don't really need to go crazy. Okay. Yeah. And then for under eyes, which I don't conceal, but if you wanted to, my under eyes are sort of like purplish. That's a touch of red, and I don't know why. But for me, if I do correct, I go in with like a red tone. Well, a pink tone, just because I find that the formula, the creaminess, it kind of creases in my eye, so I need something more liquid. This one's by Sephora as well. It's kind of good. And yeah, that's all I need. And then let's go in with purple just to brighten up the area. See, just a touch of purple mixed in with concealer and it'll completely cover up any sort of veins. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you notice that there's a bit of a cast of the color, like, so if you used green, there might be a bit of like a touch of green just because you used a bit too much. I like to, well, you can go in with a bit more concealer if you want, but for me, I like going in with a powder. I'm using some random powder. I don't know the name. I just have it in a container. And you want to set anywhere you've put concealer anyway, but don't set it right away. I like to wait a few minutes because if you set it right away, the product hasn't even melted into your skin yet. So you're just sort of like, it's like, no, it tends to become a weird texture if you do that. Okay, yeah, see, that's it. It's pretty simple. Like, and I'm pretty sure I look okay on camera. Maybe I'll check later. If it looks bad, I'm deleting it, but if not, this is fine. Try to do the whole face. Yeah, I'll do the whole face and then come back. Yeah, okay, done. So that's it. Like, it's pretty simple. Concealer, color, mix, put on, blend out, and then more concealer if it's too strong, or powder. Either one works. Also blend with your ring finger. I don't know how true it is, but apparently it's your softest finger, so that means less wrinkles. Let's just assume it's true. Nobody wants wrinkles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then if you're like a full coverage girl, you can go over with another foundation. If not, then just go in with contour, eyeshadow, lips, whatever you feel like doing. For me, this is it. Like, if I spend this long doing my skin, I'm not doing anything else. Like, people just have to be happy that I have clear skin on that day. Let me see, like close up, if it looks okay. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I look better than before, so it probably worked. Oh yeah, you can follow me on Insta if you wanna. It's the same name here on YouTube. I don't post much on there. It's pretty much just me being a crackhead, but in pictures instead of video. So yeah, if you wanna like subscribe or whatever, I don't know. All right, I forgot to take off my headband, so like, there, I look better now. I don't want you all to associate me with like an ugly headband. This is not it. This is my hair, yeah.